Hi friends, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots, and today we are going to make a cute little boop sock gnome or Santa. So as you can see here, you're just going to need one sock. That's it. Dollar Tree is great for these. One pick. I got this one, whatever sells Ashland, maybe Michael's, I don't know. I always get them on clearance. We need faux fur, something for a nose, something for a little weight. I'm using poly pellets for stuffed animals for this one, and then stuffing. So this is my favorite. This is my third bag, maybe Gummy Craft. This is so soft. It's not like that scratchy stuff. So just my new fave. Okay, so we are going to start with our Dollar Tree sock. Let's try and get those off. As for fill, you can use rocks. You can use salt, Epsom salt in a zip tied bag. You can use rice, you can use beans, whatever your heart says. You can also use something to stabilize the bottom, but I'm going to show you if you don't have that, no worries. So if you can see the problem, there it is. I didn't realize there was a little rock in my funnel, but I'm using 1 cup of weight. I like using these because you can't see them through the sock. Pebbles you can kind of see. If you have that, just add another Dollar Tree sock in. And yeah, it took me this long to realize, this is real time by the way, that yeah, I had a rock stuck in there. I don't even know where that came from. It's one of those Dollar Tree rock filler things. Whatever. So again, you're going to fill it with 1 cup of weight, and that will make sure that nothing will fall over. When you have that inside, you're going to start stuffing it. I like to tamp it down a couple of times on the table just to make sure that it's all settled. And then I'm going to grab handfuls of stuffing. And this is as easy or as difficult as you want to make it. This is just stuffing in some stuffing. And then I'll roll it in between my hands and just make sure that it's all down before I tie it off. So you can use an elastic. If you use an elastic, I would actually also use a piece of string. So I'm just going to use a piece of twine and make it as high as you want. So you can keep adding stuffing. If you have a lighter pick, you can go pretty high without a base, but this is how high I'm going. Again, this is all just sort of what you want to do. This makes an excellent Christmas family craft because this is in real time. The whole video for this is 7 minutes and 40-ish seconds, and that is because I just edited out some hot glue time. So if you want to chat with your girlfriends and everything, this is perfect. You also have a little bit of sock that you can wrap around a tin can. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, we don't waste stuff around here. So I bang it around on the table a couple times to make sure it's all settled, and I'm going to grab some faux fur. This is off of Amazon, but you can actually just get this stuff at the craft store. You can also use a Dollar Tree mop for a beard. You can use yarn wrapped into sort of a pom-pom, whatever you'd like to use. And all I'm doing is scoring it with the X-Acto knife. So you can use scissors to cut faux fur. It's terribly so, and most people find that they mess it up. So all I'm doing is eyeballing and scoring the back of the fabric with an X-Acto knife, and then look, there you go, perfect. No hacked off beard, no extra little bits flying everywhere. Now I am going to actually glue down the top of the beard. I'm going to show you why. So we first have to get our pick cut to size. I'm just showing you, I don't know where I got it. What's Ashland brand? Oh, if you know, let me know in the comments. I buy these on clearance every single year. Anything that is cheap, I buy and store away for the holiday season. All right, so I'm just gonna bend this over so it doesn't poke out the bottom. Yep. And then we're just going to tuck it right in this little hole at the top. So one thing, I am going to show you that I actually didn't cut off a lot of my tippy top bit. And I recommend you don't do that, just to make sure that, you know, you have a little extra fabric if you need it. So you can see here, I don't need all this fabric, so I'm going to cut it off. I still have my entire thing tied up. And there you go. Now it'll sit flat. So I am only going to glue the back on because I do want it to be tucked in place until the very, very end. But if you want, I would roll down the very top of this so that you can't see the fabric edge, no matter what type of little pick you're using. On this channel, I've shown big poinsettias being used, sunflowers. If you want to use flowers, you can. I just thought this little Santa hat was super cute. But all of them, I would recommend doing this portion, which is just gluing down the top 1/4 inch or so of the faux fur to make it look like it's nice and natural. You don't see that fabric line. It's going to go right there. So before it goes right there, though, I am just going to glue on the back so that it doesn't move when I'm gluing on the faux fur. And I am using a detail tip hot glue gun for this, but you don't need it. Mine is Sure Bonder. I swear to you, I love this thing. I have 3 of them. I do travel with them. I get asked this all the time, so I'm just going to start sharing all the things. There's a Dollar Tree sock, and the polyfill I get on Amazon. Gomi Craft is the brand I'm using. And then the poly pellets I also get on Amazon. Those are either from Polyfill or an off-brand, because I really don't care about those. Let's see, what else am I using? Scissors, faux fur, Amazon, and wire cutters, Amazon. Those are Kinets, or I can't remember, but whatever. If you have a question about something I forgot, let me know down below. Oh, I'm using a 3/4 inch wood ball, but you can use a bead. Don't worry. You can also use the wood cabochons with the flat backs. You can use an ornament. You can use anything you want. Anything that looks like a nose or that you want to be looking like a nose. But if you were to price this out for 15 people, you are at a very, very good idea for a craft night. These also make really good fundraisers for the holidays, for booster clubs and everything. So you can see all I'm doing is gluing down the backing of the faux fur, and now I'm gluing around the top sides on both sides. So basically, just don't get any glue in the faux fur unless you want it completely stuck to the body. That's the only rule. I'm using a comb, but you can use your a pencil or your fingernail to divide out the fur so that you're splitting it down the middle. There's a little up at the top. And then what you're looking for is this fabric backing, and that's what you're going to glue to make sure that it does not come off the nose. So if you're using a bead, you can also sew this on if you want to. These are not designed as toys, so please don't position them that way. You can sew things for toys, but there's a lot of rules in the United States for toy makers, so if you are going to sell them as toys, please don't use this tutorial to do so. Now that I have all of that down, my last little step is just to make sure I like where that nose is going to be and glue it all down. So I'm going to add a little glue. I'm going to press it up. Now I'm not gluing the hat to the nose. I'm just gluing all that fabric up underneath the bottom of the hat. And then here you go. That's it. This is a super easy, simple craft. I hope you liked it. Leave a little Santa face down below. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join me again for some more crafting fun.